What's up, dorks? Season 3 of The Boys has finally dropped on Amazon Prime, and it's just as diabolical as we thought it was going to be. So let's just get right into it. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to join that next-gen console giveaway with more news at the end of the video. The Boys started back with a bang. We are at the low of the lows with all the characters right now. It looks like there's been a little time jump. We have Butcher taking orders from Huey now, and Homelander's just going batshit crazy. What'd you think of the first 3 episodes?
So I guess I'll start with the first episode. It seems like we're about a year and a half removed to season two. And despite everybody being at their lowest, at the top of the episode, it feels like everything's going pretty good, right? It seems like we've kind of put a storybook twist on all of our favorite guys in the sense that Huey's got this government job. He's finally able to do something on his own that he's proud of. Homelander's pretty much neutralized for the most part, so it seems, or at least his ability, his popularity. Butcher and company, Mother's Milk, Frenchie, all the boys, Kimiko, they're able to do their thing now while working under the CIA. They get a paycheck, they got a little office set up going. It seems like everything's going great for the most part. But in tradition of the boys, it's important that we take everything that they love and everything that they care about and turn it into absolute shit. And it happens pretty quickly, actually. What really bothered me most, and when I say bothered, I mean like, fuck these guys, kind of bothered, is how corporate everybody's gotten now, especially Huey and especially Starlight, which is most disappointing to me. But it seems like they're really relishing the role at Vought now. I think it's easy to perceive it as, hey, they get to capture soups and do what they're supposed to be doing. But to me, it looks like everybody's gone soft. And I think that resonates with none more than our boy, our guy, Billy the Butcher. For those of you who don't know, Billy Butcher, goated fictional character for us over here. Top 10 all time. And I love that he's allowed to do what he wants to do, but something still doesn't feel right. He's not interested in working with Vought under any capacity. No exchanges, which they try to do in the show after what happens with Termite, which we'll get to. I love the fact that he knows that he's playing a losing game by doing things the right way.
When everybody kind of realizes that, yes, Billy's way is very violent and it
Yeah.
usually requires a huge cleanup, but Butcher gets shit done. Nadia, the congresswoman that Huey's been working, which we find out she's just like blowing people up all the time. Like that's just her thing now. So Nadia's talking to Huey about, well, you send Butcher in, here's all these horrible things that's going to happen. We're going to have to clean this up. Like make sure he does it by the books. Huey obviously tells him to try to do it by the books, and Butcher just tells him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, rightfully so.
I love that Frenchie and Kimiko are still holding it down with Butcher. I understand MM getting out and enjoying that life while he can, but I'm like, okay, Butcher and Frenchie still out here in the streets. I'm feeling a little better about life. Huey's in the suit. Didn't see him take off the suit till like episode 3. I'm like, ugh.
Government Huey, which is ugh.
You see Huey and Starlight's relationship is kind of built a little more, right?
Yeah, they're public.
Yeah, a lot more public. It's weird seeing her and Huey at a red carpet premiere with Homelander. At any moment, we know Homelander could just murder everybody there, it seems like. He is totally unhinged. From the start of episode 1, we already know this dude's messed up. He can't see his kid anymore. Stormfront is all types of fucked up, looking like Anakin Skywalker and Jason Voorhees. Gruesome scenes with Stormfront, which we'll get into later with Homelander's psyche breaking. We also have Edgar coming in, pulling the Vought moves, trying to go more pharmaceutical company than entertainment company, and selling the V-24 to the military for super soldiers, aka 24-hour superpowers. It falls into the hands of our boy Billy Butcher down the road. It just so happens he gets laser eyes. I don't know if they can determine what powers they get, if that's just like but laser eyes seems to be pretty common in the Vought power category.
The V-24 gives you like a base stat boost where it's like you're indestructible, you're stronger. Getting back to our boy Edgar, he said he doesn't even want to be in the superhero business in 5 years because he seems to take everything in stride regarding Homelander and even seems to poke at him in a way where he's smart enough to know he's sending Homelander further down the abyss.
It almost seems like he wants it to happen. Like he wants Homelander to leave so that he can just be done with it, because the faster Homelander's gone, the faster they can transition to be the company that they want to be. I think Edgar being introduced so late into the show, but knowing that he's been behind the scenes this whole time, kind of pulling the strings, kind of proves that he's like the bigger villain of the show, in my opinion. There's just things that are going on that are so questionable. Homelander's really like fucking things up. All the progress we've made, it's going like right back to the shit that it was.
Homelander's been particularly interesting to me because, to jump ahead a little bit to episode 2, I believe, Stormfront eventually commits suicide, bites her tongue off. But they have a moment where he visits her. Homelander is pretty superficial to a fault. I mean, he fat shamed A Train in the hallway for no reason at all. Just call him a fat bastard. Like A Train being one of the last people that Homelander can really punk down, by the way. A Train is slowly but surely becoming one of my favorite characters in the sense that we're watching a dude become a regular fucking guy again, so to speak, and have real fears and genuine concerns. Underrated cunt in the show. We're going to be saying cunt a lot here in the spirit of Billy Butcher. Go ahead. Sorry, YouTube. Go fuck yourself. Right? If we're talking about like underrated cunts in the show, I want Ashley to get split in half by Homelander so fucking bad. Everybody here is so fucked up, dude. I think they have like the opposite of a psychological evaluation where if you like fail it, you're a fucking shoe in, dog. If you're like a well adjusted person, like you can't even fucking be the janitor there, dog. I don't know what the fuck they got going on.
The first mission we get back from the boys, Project Termite is what I'm going to call it. We go get our Ant-Man knockoff. We're talking about if you wanted a bang coming
Yeah,
into season 3,
yeah.
I was cringing so hard.
When he sneezed and blew the fucking entire upper torso off that dude, right? I will say, I was like, I missed this show because only here would you find something that fucked up. That's such a good scene because it puts you right back in.
Oh yeah.
And then we got our boy Billy the Butcher tossing him a bag of cocaine, shaking him like he's a fucking snow globe dog. And Billy the Butcher is the greatest of all time, and he proves it in every episode. And I'm always impressed by how they're getting continuously grosser. Any given 20 seconds of the boys could end with total mutilation. Total mutilation. Like when I tell you they take advantage of Amazon Prime's like no bleeps, no nothing. They take advantage of that shit to the highest degree. This show is so shamelessly gory in a genre where things can start to feel a little saturated. The Boys remains just like such a fresh take on the superhero
Breath
genre.
of fresh air for sure. Episode 1 into like where everybody's at, what it means going forward. It ends with Huey seeing Nadia just like blowing that Tony dude away, who apparently is from the Payback team, which is their
Yeah.
version of the Avengers, because she blew up a hand and his chin and she had to look at it when she did it.
Here's the question. Can she do that to Homelander if she wanted to? Which is a great transition into episode 2, I think. Edgar is sunning Homelander in every kind of way. As Starlight's doing rehearsal for the Homelander birthday celebration, she does this half-ass birthday song. She tells him to go fuck himself. Homelander's not a fan of that. But then our boy Edgar's like, have you checked the stats, dog? She can do whatever she wants as co-captain. I think the co-captain part is pivotal in all of this because
Yes.
Starlight being made co-captain, she's actually the one pulling a lot of the strings and has more say-so over what happens in the 7 than Homelander does. And so Homelander's there left looking like a prop. He does such a great job at the smallest like facial nuances because you just know he's thinking about lasering the fuck out of everybody in this room.
That's further reinforced with his unhinged speech at the birthday celebration where he's like, you need me, essentially. I'm the hero. I save
Yeah.
all you folks. I'm smarter than you. I'm better than you. Why is everyone giving me shit? You wouldn't be safe if it weren't for me. Like, and they've got a point. Homelander, at the end of the day, does technically have to save people. Like, yes, the flight, that was a total fuck situation. But if it's in public, if it's something that Homelander like actually kind of gives a fuck about, he's gonna try. So he does do hero things. It's just horrible, horrible atrocities that also come along.
I think Homelander coming to see Billy the Butcher is a testament to how desperate he's getting because I think that Homelander hates everyone, but I think he has beef with Billy the Butcher. And I think for Homelander to have active beef with you, like I don't even think he has beef with Starlight and A-Train and those people. I think he hates them. I think he views them as people in his way. Billy the Butcher is not even in his way the same way that Starlight is. I just think he fucking hates Billy the Butcher. Anybody who's watched the show noticed there's an intersection occurring here between the sort of people that they are, where it's like same type of guy, just different sides of the fence, both with different goals. But for him to come to Billy the Butcher and basically say, hey, we need to get this to the point where fuck all this Vought stuff, fuck all this political stuff, fuck all that. We need to just get it back to where it's just me and you, and we'll see who makes it out last. Last man standing. I love that scene because, one, Billy the Butcher could give less of a fuck when Homelander's around. Everybody flinches when Homelander's around. Everybody's walking on fucking eggshells. Billy the Butcher disrespects Homelander at every turn, and he's just a pimp for it. But
Tells him to
also,
come in.
yeah, dog doesn't give a single fuck about him. But also, I think it's Homelander almost acknowledging Billy the Butcher as an equal, so to speak. Maybe not in ability, but like in resolve, where it's like both of them. There's a sort of honesty there that Homelander doesn't show with a lot of people. I feel like even with Starlight, even with A Train, people who know that he's a piece of shit, right? That he's an awful, awful person. He still plays the game with them, smiling at them, hand on the shoulder to let you know I'm way stronger than you, but does so out of like comforting, like the games that he plays with other people who know he's a piece of shit. He does not do with Billy. And I love that fucking scene, man. Would these fucks be friends in a different life? would they be homies? It's like they both of them, I think, are without limits when it comes down to it. I feel like they kind of relate to one another on a strange level.
You find out Nadia just been working with Vought. She's basically Edgar's like adopted daughter. You find out Edgar's actual end game goals, not just being a pharmaceutical company making billions of dollars, but also having that foot in the White House, having true power. You find out when Edgar talks to Starlight, it's like, hand blast, super great. Also, Homelander in the hallway, shut the fuck up. I'm glad you can hear me, bitch.
Yeah.
But real power is actually being able to control things, control people, control situations. That's real
Mhm.
power. And that's what you want as the co-leader of the Seven.
Butcher sends them off to this little mission to the Vought theme park. And when the Crimson Countess gets away, Butcher pivots and he goes to see Gunpowder. Starts chatting him up as he does, sprinkling in a little things he shouldn't know here, little stuff he shouldn't know there. Gunpowder catches on, tells him to fuck off. They get into an altercation. Much to my surprise, Gunpowder was on some shit. He almost iced our boy, and Butcher is like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. He goes back eventually.
Now he's got powers for 24 hours.
Now he's got powers for 24 hours. And best believe he spins back on Gunpowder Dog. Stands back up, full powers. When I tell you he beats the fuck out this man
Ooh.
in a way that felt so satisfying to me. And then he accidentally laser visions him. And the laser vision caught me off guard so heavily. Like I'd seen the promotional stuff for it where his eyes were lighting up and stuff, but I did not think he would just massacre this dude the way he did, to the point where it's like a fucking anime swordsman when he walks past you and there's like a small gap of time.
Yeah.
It's chopped off like a fucking cantaloupe.
And then just has horrible, horrible side effects for the next coming days. So from that scene with Butcher fucking up Gunpowder, you find out that Grace Mallory, who we've known throughout the series to be just as shady as Butcher at this point,
Yeah.
knows a little bit about Soldier Boy and is even willing to lie to Butcher's face. Even though Butcher obviously knows what's going on, she's willing to lie straight up to his face to act like she doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And mind you, this is a all boys event right here. A whole squad rolls up to Grace's
Reunion.
house.
Mother's Milk says, I got to get back in the game.
He was like, first 3 minutes, it's already gone to batshit crazy. Huey's arm's broken, like everything's fucked. She finally does have to admit, yes, I know about Soldier Boy.
Here's my problem with Miss Grace Mallory. To know there's a weapon that could have killed Homelander out there, but you got Billy the Butcher out here doing trips on all these excursions when you could have gave him some information that would have killed Homelander potentially. She disagrees, right? She says that if you kill Homelander, it'll just be another one of them. Okay, fine. But maybe killing the one that generally can't be killed but could kill everyone might simplify the situation. That's just me. Not to mention the kiss between her and Homelander as Homelander announced that they were a couple. I think Huey and Butcher are going to bond over the hate of Homelander in such a way now that he's just pretty much violated both of their girlfriends in the most egregious ways possible. But that actually ranks up there as one of the shittier things Homelander has done, where he's
Oh,
now
yeah.
forcing Starlight into this fucking public relationship in which they're going to have to kiss and be involved physically. It's just Homelander really is the biggest cunt of all time.
The worst. And his ratings are only going to go higher because she just ranked
Mm-hmm.
like 96. That was like a huge deal when they bring that up when she's being offered the co-leader position.
That eventually brings us to them coming to the realization that to find this weapon they killed Soldier Boy, we got to go to Russia.
Because these are 3 episodes, I'm just going to score this as overall kickoff to season 3. I'm going to grade the kickoff of season 3 of The Boys at around a 9 out of 10, plus a bonus 100 for how brutal this show is always stepping it up to the point where I don't know where the brutality is going to be in the future. There's so much shock factor already in just these first 3 episodes. I can't imagine what's going to come.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5 plus 100 for all the brutality and violence.
If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. We're going to review this all the way to the end. We love the show and we hope you do too. Make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss any of those videos. And if you want a nice PlayStation 5, you want to join that 1,000 subscriber giveaway to win that next gen console. And we appreciate you watching. We have the best audience so far and we're growing more and more every single day. So we appreciate you joining the community and just discussing this. Let us know what you think of these first 3 episodes. Did you think it was brutal? Let us know what you think down below and we're going to see you in the next one. Peace.